Hey everybody, want a wisdom here. It is 3:32 a.m. Sunday, September 29th, 2013. This is kind of a milestone now. We're to part 166, like I said, starting in on what is essentially the last of our official upgrade videos. This, of course, being your Series 2 water elements. We've got Gill Grunt. Should be able to fit Slam Bam and Legendary Slam Bam in. Then we're going to take on Zap there at the end, again going alphabetically. The goal is, and remains, to have everything here edited and uploaded before Swap Force hits. So needless to say, I think got quite a bit of editing to do, but of course when I'm doing that, what'll be nice is I'll edit and upload it, as opposed to what I've done in the past where I have to go in spurts where I'll record like 10-15 parts, edit them all, upload them, but I have to keep them private because I don't want to release that many at the same time. So should see, let's see where I'm at. I think Eruptor will probably be what I'll upload today. I say that loosely. To me, it's Sunday when the sun comes up, so should see Eruptor. Since we had Light Core, I think I did 2 videos on him. Basically your fire element stuff. I've got Life, I think, uploaded all of them. Magic, I think I have some of them wrapped up but not uploaded. Might need to still edit, I think, Spyro and Wrecking Ball, and then Tech, Undead, and Water. Obviously, Undead I did last night, Water we're doing now. So, that said, I mentioned this in the Undead videos. I'm excited about this. Huge Slam Bam fan. I get to see his second path. Zap, just like Cinder. Really hard for me to pick a path in SSA. I'm going to get to see what his other path is like. More importantly, and what's relevant right now, is Gill Grunt. If you recall, that's kind of one of those ones I felt like I didn't pick the right path the first time. I went Harpooner. I'm going to do Water Weaver with this one. I'm excited about it. There were some others, now that I've played both paths, I might say they're a better path. But at the time, they didn't seem. This was one of those ones. I just think Water Weaver's probably going to be a little bit better. That said, we're going to find out. Here is Gill Grunt. He does have the shorts, or I don't know, love pant hat. I don't know what that's called anymore. But he's got it on. I'm leaving it there. It fits him. Let's come in here and take a look at his upgrades. What he has right now is a Harpoon gun. Believe it or not, that thing does 20 to 30 damage as is. That's something I had forgotten. I don't play as Gill Grunt much. Secondary attack, the Power Hose, I think it does like 7-ish, sometimes maybe 10. The Harpoon gun, it seems to be, if you're close quarters, it's 20. If it gets enough distance on it, it kind of does that waggle thing. That's when you seem to get to 30. Not quite sure what's up with that, but we'll cover all the base upgrades with Persephone to save time. Harpooner is this path here. You get Quadrant Harpoons. Harpoons do even more increased damage. Piercing Harpoons. Harpoons travel straight through enemies and hit new targets. And then Triple Shot Harpoons. Shoot 3 harpoons at once. I think that's really what did it for me, and the fact that they pass through. Just because his first attack is like really, I don't want to say weak, it's kind of, I don't know. Yep. That said, we're going to go Water Weaver here. We've got Reserve Water Tank, Boiling Water Hose, and Neptune Gun, which we can read about with Persephone. His Soul Gem, Anchor Cannon, hold A to charge Anchor Cannon. This is one of those ones, rarely get to use it. It seems like I was disappointed with it last time. I'll check the damage numbers here shortly. And then the Wow Pow is called Anchors Away. Hold A and release to fire 3 giant anchors. You need the Anchor Cannon upgrade, which that's conveniently the Soul Gem, so it kind of ties in with that. It's basically his base attacks turn into, the Triple Shot Harpoon here at the end of Harpooner, and then now the Soul Gem turns into that. This is one of those things that, again, this ties in more with Harpooner, you know, the Soul Gem and Wow Pow combinations now. So I have to say that it suits Water Weaver better, just because you'll have all the benefits of Water Weaver, which is primarily this, the reserve water tank, in my opinion. I'll cover that in more detail coming up, but you get the water hose upgraded, you can move around, you never run out of water, which is a big deal. And then while I didn't like the anchor cannon, there's a good chance I'll like anchors away, so even if I don't, should be neat, and it kind of offsets not having, you know, Harpooner stuff. So that said, let's cut to the chase, go in here. Seems like I've done a couple of heroics, but he seems fairly nimble. So here's Persephone's cabin.
Welcome back.
You know what she says. You need 11,520 to fully upgrade a Series 2 Skylander base upgrades. Whichever path you prefer, the Soul Gem and the Wow Pow. That big difference is the Wow Pow, it runs 3,000. That said, his first, actually, I caught myself. Right now, this is what it looks like. Nothing too impressive. And then note how quick that runs out of water. It's, you know, nothing to write home about. So, as I was saying, cost is 300 for barbed harpoons. We're gonna pick that up. This has already dropped more frames now than I did all of the undead, which is interesting. Nice little upgrade to the cannon there. It almost looks like it should shoot confetti out, like we're at a birthday party or something. It looks pretty sweet. Let's go ahead now. High pressure power hose. So we addressed his primary, now we're addressing the secondary. Runs 420. Power hose attack does extra damage and knocks enemies back further, which doesn't sound like much, but it is kind of helpful. So we'll pick it, especially if you plan to use the anchor cannon if you just have a Series 1 or something. So
Fans of Fury.
well, you can't tell. I mean, that's a little bit more impressive. It seems like it's even faster that it runs out. Anyway, next up we get Harpoon Repeater. Harpoons reload faster. Cost is 540. Grab that.
Fans of Fury.
Even at that, they're not that fast, you know. So, which it's really only an issue if you're going up against like some really tough enemies, or there's several mid-range enemies, and it kind of becomes an issue. His last upgrade, or the tertiary upgrade, last base upgrade, is Water Jetpack. Press Z to fly until the Water Jetpack runs out. Note, just like the dragons when they fly, increase speed and armor while flying, which is a big deal, which is why I think Water Weaver is going to be nice, but more on that here in a second, or right now. With a Series 2, if you pick the wrong path on accident, don't sweat it, you can come right back in, switch it immediately. If you take a path and you hate it, you can switch it. You just have to have, I think, like, what, 4140 or whatever in the bank to do it. If this was a new lander or a giant and you're unsure what you want to do, back out. Do not make the selection. You'll have to reset your character, take the path you don't want. With a Series 2, it doesn't really matter. Like I said, you can switch it, you know, for free immediately afterwards. But I highlighted Harpooner to you. That's what I took with Series 1 GG, which we're going to showcase him here in a little bit. But right now, we're going to take Water Weaver. Further develop your power hose and jetpack skills. So I'm excited about this one.
Gill Power.
That said, what we bought prior to all that was his tertiary attack. So let's start over here. And note he can kind of hover around, shoot that. Let me let that recharge. It's fully charged now. I'm going to hit Z. You can do both at once, but look how fast it runs out. So, we're going to upgrade. This is big, and this is really what I was the most excited about on Water Weaver. Reserve water tank. The power hose and water jetpack never run out of water. That's a huge deal for Gill Grunt. Cost is 1020. This is something, especially in giants, there doesn't seem to be as much water.
Fans
Note that also matches his pose. He has the quadrant harpoon in there, but he also has that jetpack. Not sure how that worked out, but to me his repose kind of more suited Water Weaver because of this water jetpack. But check it out, note that that meter is completely gone. We can fly, we can water gun, and it basically makes him a really fast character. He can't, you know, turn 360 when he does that or anything, but I mean, you get the idea. He can sit here and kind of spit the cannons. More importantly, if you're getting ambushed, just use that and then go back to this. Or when we have the Wow Pow, we can unleash the, you know, triple anchors. So that said, let's check out the rest of what he gets here. Boiling Water Hose. Power Hose attack does even more increased damage. Again, I love numbers. We don't get them. Cost is 1320. Remember, I double checked last night. Base water cannon does like 7 damage. So.
Gill power.
All right, let's take a look from this angle. Yeah, it does look pretty intense. We'll head back towards Persephone. Yeah, and it does. It actually does give the illusion it's boiling. You kind of see like the... I don't know if that sound is boiling water hung up somewhere, or if my like headset's going. There's like this staticky. Let's just... Okay, it's gone now. So I assume there was like some issue, or we had something boiling over there. I don't know. We'll check on the deck here in a second. That said, our last upgrade, Down Water Weaver, Neptune gun, kind of looks like starfish bullets or something from Whamshell. When using the power hose, which is B, obviously, press A to launch exploding creatures. This looks like a lot of fun. Cost is 1800, and I'm gonna take it, obviously. Should be interesting to see what it does in game. Let's start out with the side shot again. Won't fly. You can't spam them instantaneously, but I mean it's fairly quick. I seem to always like hear after boilings or something. Kind of get a feel for it. It's almost like he's just pumping stuff out of the ocean or something. That said, his soul gem was Anchor Cannon. Like I said, if I remember correctly, I was kind of disappointed. I had big hopes for it, and then it just kind of disappointed me. But hold A to charge the Anchor Cannon. Cost is 2400. Note, you do have to have it to get the Wow Pow, so we'll pick it up. It looks pretty cool, but it seemed like it just didn't do much damage, and it took a while to get going. Let me give you the side angle. 3/4 would be better. That's probably as close as I can get. So I'm going to start holding A now. Well, that was quicker than I remember. Note, it looks like you have to wait for the sides on the anchors to come in like that. Yeah, if you just release A to launch it prior to the sides closing in, it won't happen. So, let's pick his Wow Pow up. It is anchors away, hold A, and release to fire 3 giant anchors. You need the soul gem. Cost is 3000. He'll have 425 left. Excited to see how this one actually looks.
Gill power.
Alright, let's check it out. Oh, that looks awesome. I don't know what it's going to do. It's almost like it's just holding some wicked trident or something. This is the type of thing... If Whamshell's mace turned into this, it just, which I guess I would kill his backstory. But this looks really cool. I don't know if I can get far enough away that we can appreciate this. Good lord. Okay, let's just step out here and check that out. We'll cover Water Weaver in a second. I have to see what this looks like. So there's base A. Again, nothing. He does have good range on him. You know, you got to give the guy that. It's just, it's kind of slow to reload, and it not having Harpooner, we don't get like the triple shot that kind of covers more territory. So that said, Wow Pow time. Good Valkyrie. I don't, you know, this is something that looks like it should do 280 damage, kind of like Hex's Skull Pal. I don't know that it will, but, oh, that was like his pose. Anyway, let's take a look at it from this angle. Yeah, I don't know what that's going to do, but I'm going to enjoy it. Here is his, even the jetpack seems to boil. No, like I said, he can't spin, but he can move front, back, right, left, and he moves very fast. It's pretty impressive. Note that while I do that, we can also, this is just a straight B, boiling water. You can just hold it down, and it's just going to flow continuously. You can fly and do that. Then if I tap A, we got the Neptune gun going on. Then if we've softened the defenses, maybe we've exposed like a, you know, big leader or something. Wow, pow time. So, this is Gill Grunt down Water Weaver. There's a shot of the jetpack from behind, which again, that matches his pose. Somehow he does have that golden harpoon in there, which is down Harpooner. Not quite sure how that works out, but let's see what happens. You know the drill. We're gonna go play Lightning Rod's Heroic. It sets damage numbers. Fight, teleport, fight. Again, I do this one. Why? It's quick. It's right at the start, so we don't have to cycle through all this. And there's a nice assortment of enemies, and they're divided up, so we can really kind of get a feel for all aspects of the upgrade path. So, let's go ahead and head in here, see what he can do.
So here's the sitch.
3, 2, 1.
We'll hit these guys with just our base A button. 24, 24.
A teleporter has appeared.
Again, I think if I'm far away, let me try it here. 36, so 20, like I told you, when you kind of get that wavering look, that's when you do more damage, but it looks like 24 and 36, which is really respectable. Now, I don't want to, I need to see the guy. We're going to press A to break a barrel. It is wow pow time. And it kicked, okay. 72, that was pretty close quarters there. Very impressive. And let's check out the water hose. 42? Really? Wow. Yeah, Water Weaver, pretty impressive wrestler.
A teleporter has appeared.
I'm gonna try to do Neptune gun on the Shadow Knight, so bear with me here. I think I'm gonna kill him before we get to do it. 28? 28. 42. So, I'm not sure that the Neptune gun really does that much more damage than just the straight B button, but yeah, it's pretty sweet. No? He's actually really well rounded down this path. Okay, we're having some trouble. No. Note that you can move forward with this, which is actually really nice. Let me get this guy in the frame.
A teleporter has
and it kicked us back, so I missed it. Okay, let's hit this guy. Yeah, it looks like each one's gonna do 72. That would be what, 260.
teleporter has appeared.
And again, it does seem to be distance based. No, we had 48 that time. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, this is a really good path. Should probably pick up the pace.
A teleporter has appeared.
Just everything he does. I mean, even just the base harpoons are doing 24, 36.
1 minute.
And then of course he's pretty quick as well. This is just me spamming the B button and flying around, basically obliterating everything. Didn't mean to take that one, but let's just do what we want to do, which is this.
The teleporter has appeared.
It's 48 each one. They were all at point blank range. So. Now we're in a time crunch, so this is when this comes in real handy. Sail over here. Let's wow pow this. Alright, here we go. Note the front one was 48 damage, back one was 72.
Tribal mask revealed.
This is just a really solid seeming path. So, and he's finished.
Heroic challenge complete. Excellent job.
Now I have to go back and see if Harpooner was as disappointing as I remember it. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, this, 24 and 36 on your primary.
And please take this reward
Can't complain
as
about that.
a reward.
Well, secondary exceeds that, and then you're, like I said, he's just really well balanced. So, this is Series 2 Gill Grunt. I do like the look of the Harpoon gun there. I'm gonna grab Series 1 here, which he is down Harpoon.
Fear the fish.
But check that out. He's got the gun to match the Series 2 pose, and yet you have to have Water Weaver to get the pack. So, maybe they took like aspects of both. I don't know. Anyway, here we go. You know the drill. This is Harpooner Series 1 Gill Grunt. We're going to see what he does.
So here's each time you defeat
3, 2, 1, go!
And he will have the flash.
A teleporter has appeared.
That's doing less damage than the flipping knot of maybe that's what I was upset about.
A teleporter has appeared.
Note that it can actually go through enemies. We were getting 24 and 30.
A teleporter has appeared.
Now let's check his gun. That's 14. Clearly that's not good. Now the soul gem. Since we don't do that.
Two teleporters have appeared.
50s.
A teleporter has appeared.
Yeah. I know. I'm gonna have to say that the best bang for the buck's gonna be Water Weaver. I mean, we're getting 14 with our secondary attack.
A teleporter has appeared.
I mean, Water Weaver seems definitive.
A teleporter has appeared.
The main thing here with Harpooner is note that he just gets like the wide and covers more territory. But, not seeing that much more damage.
Two teleporters have appeared.
Trade-off. You know, he can still do the jetpack and move fairly quick, but he's out of water. So, I think he's actually going to be one of those clear-cut guys. I can definitively say that I personally believe Water Weaver.
Heroic challenge complete. Excellent job.
Especially with that Wow Pow, because that, like I said, kind of covers for Harpooner. Neither one's horrible, but I just feel like,
that was incredible. Major props to you. And please take this reward as a reward.
Alright, so, again, this is our Series 1 Gill Grunt down Harpooner. He's got the triple shot going. We'll start right here at the edge of the dredge yacht. I'm going to fly back over there and make my little box. He's like recharging somehow. I guess because these are puddles. Yeah, note that meter, I was going to say, like, okay, it's one of those glitches again. But since this is like a puddle on the deck of the ship, he can just do this all day. That's what I was saying earlier, there's not as much water in Giants as there was in SSA, so you don't really have the locations to take advantage of like some of the water element stuff. Or like Stump Smash, a Soul Gem, you know, some of the life and magic people can do water-based stuff. It just wasn't as big a deal. It didn't seem the Giants to have like water you had to cross and whatnot. But that's what it was. I was going to say, like, what is the deal with that? He should have run out of water. To give you an idea, well, that's another puddle there. So I'll just stand right here with a and he runs out of it really fast. So having it never run out is a big deal. And then you saw the damage numbers. You know, this is all raw. I don't have the time to actually go in and Photoshop and edit everything. So I gotta say, Water Weaver's what I would officially recommend for Gill Grunts, particularly Series 2, like I said, with that WoW Pass. So that said, that's that. I was correct in my assumption that Water Weaver was probably going to be the better path. I can say it is, at least for the way I play the game. Just across the board better, I feel. But next up will be Slam Bam. I'm excited about that. He had a really good repose, in my opinion. He got the Blizzard Brawler armor. Similarly, we have Legendary Slam Bam, so that's cool. The reason I can fit both of them in, much like what we saw with Stealth Elf and Igniter's legendary counterparts, I've done a ton of the upgrades on him already because I was using those almost exclusively in my hard file. Pretty sure I know what I'm going to do there in terms of who gets which path, but we'll save that for the video there. Then, of course, it'll be our last one, Zap. That's going to be an interesting one. And past that, I've got like the second Sprocket, a second Swarm, Pumpkin Eyebrawl now, Royal Double Trouble still out there. So there are still some more upgrades I'd like to do and record. Might try to do the time goals. If I don't get them done before Swap Force, they will come at some point, but obviously Swap Force is going to have an emphasis. It might be one of those things. I think I'm going to do Swap Force a little bit differently than I did the Giants playthrough here, but more on that later. This was part 166, upgrading Series 2 Gill Grunt. The headset's falling off of me. But going to come back in 167, going to upgrade my nephew's, one of his favorite characters, Slam Bam. So I'm excited about that. I'll finally get to check out Glacier Hit. But stay tuned for that. Again, make sure to subscribe. That'll keep you up with all the latest. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. If I sound funny, it's because I'm holding my head at a 45-degree angle so the headset doesn't fall off. But I'm going to end this here again. Water Weaver and the WoW Pal combined to make that a very attractive path for Gill Grunt if you haven't upgraded or you're considering switching around. But again, thanks for watching, and I will catch you back here shortly.